Hi friends, this is Selvijay here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing good. And in this particular architecture, I am going to show you how to configure a Fortigate IPSEC configuration, site-to-site IPSEC configuration, and we can also create a custom tunnel. So in this particular architecture, each and every firewall I connected three ports. So one is a WAN port. The one end IP is 192.168.1.1 and the other end is 192.168.1.2 and the LAN is connected to PC1 and PC2. So both PC1 and PC2 are entirely two different private subnets. One is 192.168.10.2 and the gateway is 10.1. So this is PC2 is 20.2 and the gateway is 20.1. So for connecting these two different private networks over a public cloud, we need a IPsec configuration. Okay, so that's the thing I'm going to show you. And also in this particular architecture, I'm going to show you how we can create a customized tunnel. Okay, so and the port 3 I already configured. This is mainly for accessing the GUI of firewall, Fortigate firewall 1 and 2. So how to configure the port 3 is just go to the firewall 1. Just view the configuration. Show system interface port 3. So the port 3 I have connected to FortiGate firewall mainly for accessing the GUI of firewall 1 and 2. So this is the configuration I did. Set IP is 84.50 and I allowed HTTP and HTTPS for accessing the GUI. Similar way for the second firewall. Okay. Show system interface port 3. So this is 84.51. So now what we can do directly, we can access the Chrome browser and I'm going to access both these firewall via GUI. Okay, so just click Google Chrome and just access it. 192.168.84.50 and the second firewall is 192.168.84.51. Okay, so just access the first firewall. Now log in with the credentials. Okay, just admin and the password. Similar way for the second firewall, just admin and the password. First log in with the credentials. So now what I'm going to do is, so previous video I shown you the IPsec site-to-site configuration. So in this particular architecture also it is a site-to-site IPsec, but I'm going to show you how we can create a custom tunnel. Okay, so normal tunnel configuration first I'm going to create, then I'm going to convert that into a custom tunnel. So prior to that, first let us configure the basic things, like let us configure this WAN interface, that is port 1, and the LAN interface, that is port 2 for firewall 1 and 2 through GUI. Then we have to create a policy. So I already told, in case of FortiGate firewall, for a LAN to WAN and WAN to LAN, I need to create two policy for communication between these two different subnets. Okay, so I have to configure a policy from a WAN to LAN and LAN to WAN communication in firewall 1 and 2. Then the third part is I'm going to create a tunnel. Okay, so I'm going to create a custom tunnel. So let us go one by one. Let us go to the first firewall, that is firewall 1, and go to network interfaces, and this is the port 1 is a WAN port always. Okay, just change the role as WAN. So WAN port. So this configuration looks similar compared to the previous thing. Okay, so these are the basic steps. And the IP is 192.168.1.1/24. Ping communication is already enabled. Click OK. And the second port is a port 2 is a LAN port. As per the architecture, this is port 2 and the IP is 10.1. Okay, so just change it to LAN and alias name is LAN underscore port and the IP is 192.168.10.1/24. Enable the ping communication, just click OK. So these are the only things. So this we have to configure as a WAN port. Okay, these already configured as a WAN port, port 1, LAN port is port 2. Similar way, let us go to the second firewall and the WAN IP is 1.2 and the LAN interface IP is 20.1. So this is a PC IP is 20.2 and the gateway is 20.1. Okay, so just click network and interfaces. Okay, and go to port 1, change the role as WAN and the alias name is WAN underscore port. Okay, and now let us change the mode to static mode and assign the IP 192.168.1.2/24. Ping is enabled, just click OK. And second port is a LAN port. Okay, that is LAN. IP will be 192. Okay, so this is right, 192.168.20.1/24 and here the alias will be LAN underscore port. I hope you're following this. Just click ping, just click OK. So now we have configured the LAN and the WAN interface for both firewall 1 and 2. So let us view the configuration. Show system interface port 1. This is for WAN port. We are done through GUI. And for LAN is port 2. I am able to see, right? So now let us do a ping to the remote interface 1.2. I am able to reach, and 10.1 is the LAN interface. I am able to reach. So now let us click the second firewall CLI prompt. Okay. Show system interface port 1 is a WAN port, port 2 is a LAN port. So let us ping the remote interface, that is 1.1, 192.168.1.1, and the LAN is 20.1. So I'm able to reach. Okay. So now let us also configure this PC1 and PC2. Go to custom console, click putty, and let us assign the IP. So this is pretty simple. IP 192.168.10.2/24, gateway is 10.1. Okay. Similar way, let us go to the second PC2. Then we'll configure the policy, right? Go to click, and IP 192.168.20.2/24, 192.168.20.1. So now let us ping the IP. Ping the IP, that is gateway is 10.1. I am able to reach, and this IP is 20.1, 192.168.20.1. That also I am able to reach. And let us do a ping from this interface to 1.1. So that is the purpose of allowing the policy from LAN to WAN communication. So you can't ping the WAN interface from this LAN PC. So now you're able to understand what is the purpose of policy in the Fortigate firewall. So I'm going to create two rules from WAN to LAN and LAN to WAN communication on both firewall 1 and 2. So click firewall 1, okay. And now let us go to policy and objects. Click IPv4 policy. So by default, an implicit deny policy will be there. So for that reason, I need to create a allow policy. Let us name it as 1, WAN port, LAN port. So schedule is always, and the source and the destination, let us give it as all. Okay, and the service also, let us give it as all. Okay, just click OK. And the second policy for LAN to WAN communication. Okay, so now let us go to create new to LAN interface, WAN interface. So should be all, destination is all, and the service should be all. Okay, so just click here and click OK. So now we have created two rules from LAN to WAN and WAN to LAN communication, and for that second firewall also I need to create it. Okay, first firewall we have created. So just refresh this page. So now so you are able to see here, right? WAN to LAN and LAN to WAN communication. Let us go to firewall 2 and click policy and objects. Click the IPv4 policy. So that by default there's an implicit deny policy. So that is the reason it is not allowing to ping from this particular LAN to this WAN interface. Okay, so that is the purpose of the policy. Just click create new one WAN interface, LAN interface. So that is the purpose I created alias name. It is easy to identify which is WAN and LAN. Source, let us make it as all. And source, if you want, I can give, you can give the specific destination subnet. Here I am giving only all. Service also, just clicking all and click OK. And I'm going to create the second policy. Okay. So now let us go to the second policy, that is for LAN to WAN communication. Just click LAN, WAN, source is all and destination is all and service should be all, and just click OK. So after doing this, now let us do a ping to the particular, refresh the page, and now let us do a ping to this particular IP 1.1 I am able to reach. And what about 1.2? So 1.2 also I am able to reach. And how about 20.1? So 20.1. So I'm not able to reach this particular interface. So for that I'm going to create the third step is, first we configure the interfaces, we created the policy. Now I'm going to create the IPSEC configuration and I'm going to convert that into a custom tunnel. So that's pretty simple. Go to firewall 1 and just click VPN and the IPSEC wizard. Okay, So just click name, that is site 1. Okay, so just click next, and the remote interface. Okay, this is from firewall 1. Remote interface is 192.168.1.2. Okay, so 192.168.1.2, and it automatically took this WAN port 2 1, and the pre-shared key, let us give 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and just click next, and it will define the local and the remote subnet. Okay, so the local interface is LAN port, this is the local subnet, and the remote subnet is 192.168.24. Just click create. Okay, similar way, let us go to the second firewall and just click VPN, and IPSEC wizard, name is site 2. Okay, this is for site 2. Just I'm naming a site 2, and just click next, and the remote IP from this site 2 is 192.168.1.1. Okay, so after typing this, automatically take the WAN port, and the pre-shared key is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the pre-shared key should remain same on both this firewall 1 and 2. Just click next, and the local interface, so the local subnet is 20.0 and the remote is 10.0. Okay, so the local is 20.0, remote is 10.0/24. You check this firewall also, this second firewall, right? So now just click create. So now we are done with the third step, that is we have done the site to site configuration. So now let us do a ping from PC1 to PC2. I'm able to ping or not, let us check. I'm able to ping. Let us also check from PC2 also. Okay, PC2, let us ping 10.2. I'm able to reach from both PC1, I'm able to ping PC2, and PC2 also I'm able to do. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert this particular tunnel into a custom tunnel. So how to do that? Just click this IPSEC tunnel. Okay, just click here, and just double click the configurations. Okay, just double click this, and there is an option is there, convert to a custom tunnel. So that's the thing I was about to tell you, how to convert into a custom tunnel. So just click convert to a custom tunnel, and this configuration I'm going to keep it as same, and I'm going to configure this phase 2 selectors. Okay, just click this edit button, and just go down. Okay, and click advanced. So this always should be same, and just check the phase 1 proposal, or just click edit. Okay, so just I'm going to give only encryption, I'm going to give a customized tunnel. Okay, so this value should remain one and the same for both firewall 1 and 2. Encryption, let us give it as DES encryption, and authentication MD5. Just remove this, and here I'm going to give the defilement group as 2. Okay, so the remaining parameters is same. Just click OK. So this is for phase 1. Phase 1 we had changed the configuration, and what about phase 2? Okay, so just click this edit phase 2 selectors, edit button, and go to advanced, and just give DES and MD5. Just remove this. I'm going to give only encryption and authentication, and just remove this, disable this. Okay, just click OK, and just click OK. So the similar configuration, so still the tunnel is not up. Now if you are pinging that, it should not ping. Let us check it out. We are not able to ping, right? Because the other end still I have not configured it. Okay, so now the other end configuration also should remain same. So just go to port 2 and go to the IPsec tunnel. Just double click this configuration, and now let us do the same thing. Okay, first what we have done, convert to a custom tunnel, and now go to phase 1 proposal, edit. We have given DES and MD5, so just remove this, and defilement group we have given 2. Group value is 2 for the port 1 firewall 1. So just click OK, and now again double click this, and now come to phase 2 selectors. Okay, just click edit, and just go here, just click advanced. Okay, just click the advanced, and now remove only this. So because we only going to give DS and MD5, just disable this, and okay, now just click OK. So now we are done with the configuration. So now I'm going to initiate a ping from this firewall 1 and firewall 2. So both the customized tunnel, both the values, encryption and authentication algorithm for phase 1 and phase 2 we have configured, and both remains one and the same. Okay, so now I'm going to initiate a ping. Now let us check the ping actually. Okay, so I'm going to do a ping from PC1 to PC2. I'm able to reach PC1 to PC2. Let us do a ping from PC2 to PC1. So now I'm able to reach. So now let us check the customized tunnel. Previously it was down, right? So now let us refresh it. So it should come up. Now we are able to see the tunnel is up. Let us check from firewall 1 also. Just click here. So now the tunnel value is up. How to monitor this tunnel is just go to monitor and just click the IPSEC monitor. So now you're able to see the values also. Incoming and the outgoing data is increasing. Okay. So just do a continuous ping and you can see here the particular values will be increasing. So you're able to see the data, it is increasing. So go to the second thing, go to monitor and the IPSEC monitor. You're able to see the values are increasing, like just do refresh. So you're able to see. So this is how you can configure a customized tunnel, and how to check from the command prompt is it's pretty simple. Just click admin and forward. So the command is you can check like get VPN IPsec tunnel details, or you can give get VPN IKE, then you can check the gateway. Okay, so you can see here it is already showing it is already in a established state. You can see IKESA and IPsec is already created and established, and also you can just copy this and you can check from the second firewall also, that is firewall 2 also. Okay, just admin and login and check here, it is already showing it is in an established state. And through GUI you can just go to the monitor and click the IPsec monitor, it will show it is already in a established state. So today what are things we have done is, first we have configured the directly connected interfaces. Okay, then the second thing, I have created a policy for a WAN to LAN and a LAN to WAN communication. And the third thing what I have done is I have done the configure the side to side VPN configuration. Then we have converted into a customized tunnel. So this is a customized tunnel where I customize the phase 1 and the phase 2 configuration. Okay, that both the ISAC MP and the IPsec configuration. So based on the customized value should remains one and the same for firewall 1 and 2. And also you have to make sure that both the pre-shared key should remain same for both the firewall also. So in case the tunnel is not coming up, just initiate a ping from this private network to the another private network. So once you initiate a ping, you can see that the tunnel came up. So this is how we can configure the Fortigate IPsec configuration, and also how to create a custom tunnel. And I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Thank you.